Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play. Third time's a charm. Not Minecraft, not League of Legends. We are playing... I guess I could do the Wing Star, but I'm just gonna keep going the Warp Star, dude. I'm feeling chill. Let everyone else use their favorite ship, and let's get it started. 99 laps, Celestial Valley. My second favorite stage in... You know, maybe that's not true. It's definitely my second favorite when it comes to, like, the skybox and the atmosphere, like, the general aesthetic. I love how Celestial Valley looks, for sure. But I think my favorite stage to race is still Beanstalk Park. Second place is probably Fantasy Meadows. Like, I like Fantasy Meadows. It's nice and quaint. It has the nice wind effect, rainbows. Its skybox is nice too. It's a close, like, battle between the skyboxes, but like all the fog. I like the atmosphere of Celestial Valley more, even if I like racing on Fantasy Meadows slightly more, if that makes sense. But yeah, Alex is gonna keep shitting on us. What else is new? That's fine. I never noticed that fossil to the left of that wall there. I wonder how fast we can get some laps to go here. Ooh, man. Because like the catch-up mechanic is gonna make us so fast whenever Alex is far in front. That'll make it some pretty comical lap times in these big races. But continuing the conversation from last video, I'm still just trying to decide what game to play after Kirby Air Ride. Another game I kind of wanted to play was Minish Cap, my favorite Zelda game. Like, I don't know why. My favorite Zelda game over time, like, we can do like the, you know those graph videos where it's like the most popular game system by year, and it's like the time passes and then the bar graph changes depending on what year it is. If you haven't seen those, they're really cool. You should check them out. Like, especially if you like stats. Like, it really amazed me how popular the PlayStation 2 is. But anyway, I digress. Over the course of my life, I don't even know. Definitely like 1998. The first game I ever played was Ocarina of Time. Like, not just the first Zelda game, which is usually going to be your favorite Zelda game is the first one, but it was the first game I ever played. So, yeah, there's like definitely some emotional like reasons for wanting to Let's Play that, because it has historic significance for me. This is my first game I ever played, so yeah, that'd make me happy playing Ocarina of Time again. Like I said last video, it's not like, it's hard to decide which game I want to Let's Play because there's so many that I want to play. I can't decide which one to, I need to decide somehow, and I guess that's what these videos are partially here for. They're mostly here as a send-off to each one of these beautiful stages, which was kind of what the exploring them on foot in the video before last video was, but there was a code in Wind Waker that lets you walk, like, disable all of the death planes, on, like, all the zones where you would void out. What was that? I saw, like, a thing falling in the background there. It looked weird. But we'll definitely explore all of the chasms in Wind Waker at some point. Wind Waker is another game that I'm kind of like considering, but, like, I played it earlier this year, so I'm not as keen on it. Like, I played it recently, which is kind of annoying. Like, yeah, you don't want to play something that you just played and like I don't want to play this again, and it gets stale doing the same thing over and over again. So yeah, I certainly wouldn't want to just like spam a game, like do a practice. It's good to have a practice run of a game so like you know what you're doing, especially when you're 100%ing it, so it's like you're not wasting so much time. But at the same time, it gets boring, like, doing that. So it's like, whenever you play a game and then want to Let's Play it, I don't know. I guess it's up to the individual to decide, do I want to be more familiar with this game by doing a playthrough beforehand, or do I want to just, like, have more enjoyment during the Let's Play by actually, like, playing it for the first time in a long time. And, I don't know, depends on the person. Those boosts are, like, I'm not surprised I'd never use them. They're, like, so out of the way. Spyro 2 is another game that's, like, I really want to play. Wind Waker, I've done, like, over 20 playthroughs of it. I've 100% completed it. Nintendo Gallery included 3 times, I think? I 100%ed it not doing the Nintendo Gallery at least once. So that's, like, 4 playthroughs that are basically 100%. I've just played so much Wind Waker that it's not as high on the list, I guess. Minish Cap I've 100% completed a bunch of times, and I think at least 4 times I've 100% completed Minish Cap. At least twice, like... I think... No, here's what happened. I 99%ed it like 3 times, because I couldn't find this last heart piece. And then in 2015? 2014? 2015, I'm pretty sure. I Let's Played it on an old channel called Paradise. And I 100%ed it for the first time in that Let's Play. And then I did another Let's Play of Minish Cap in 2021. So I've only done 2 100% playthroughs of Minish Cap, actually, so... Tornado above me? Minish Cap, I don't know, like, it has supposedly the worst heart piece in all of Zelda, like the worst heart piece in the entire series. I swallowed 2, I thought. And okay, weird. Yeah, even though it has supposedly the worst heart piece in the Zelda franchise, I think it's my favorite Zelda game. The figurines are just like... Maybe it's the machine they pop out of? You know what it is? The figurines in Minish Cap are more fun to collect than Wind Waker, because in Wind Waker you have to take a picture of what you want the figurine to be of, with no idea whether the picture you took is good or not. Like, the HD version has like a little thing that's like, okay, the picture will work. And you can also hold 10 pictures instead of 3. But in the original, you can only hold 3 pictures, and you have no idea whether the picture is actually good or not, because a lot of the time you'll give the figurine, or like the picture to the dude, and you're like, can I have a figurine of this? And he's like, oh, well, this is almost right, but it has to show their entire body, and it has to show their face. So, like, it has to be perfect, and there's no way to know whether the picture you took is good or not. So it's, like, annoying. The original is annoying for that reason. And it doesn't stop there. The picture is annoying enough to take, but then you need to wait a day and a night. Or a night and a day. If you showed them the picture during the night, you have to wait the next day, and then turn it to night again. Like, full 24 hours has to pass. And then there you go. 1 figurine right there. So, not only is the picture annoying to take, and you can only stockpile 3 of them, it takes a full 24 hours for him to develop the figurine for you. Like, man, it's so annoying. You do get a song that lets you change the, like, night to day, but, like, playing songs in Wind Waker is annoying, because you play the song, and then it plays again, and it says, you played this song. I know, I was there. It's been 4 seconds. You don't need to show me again in a cutscene that I played the song, because I played it. I know. Hurry up. I have to play this like 150 times or something. Definitely more than that. I don't know how many figurines there are, but I feel like it's like 200 or something. And each one you have to play the Song of Passing twice to make it a full 24 hours, because the Song of Passing makes it, if it's daytime, it makes it nighttime. That's only 12 hours. You need it to be 24 hours, so it's like... Wind Waker is so annoying to complete, because the Nintendo Gallery is such a bitch. And it has one of the taboos of gaming. It has missable content. Your playthrough is locked from 100% if you miss the big Octorok figurine. You can miss Cyclos. You can miss the Mighty Darknut. You can miss Phantom Ganon. You can miss Puppet Ganon. And there's also a Rito in Dragon Roost Island that's missable. He just disappears for some reason at a certain point in the story. Like, fuck you, man. You like, what? Was he murdered? We gotta find the body. Search party. Issue is the whole world is ocean there, which like always piqued my interest when I was a kid playing Wind Waker. Like, oh, what's below the ocean? But yeah, I don't feel like playing Wind Waker again. There's also a bunch of other things that are kind of annoying to 100% that game. Like, that was worded very poorly. There's other things in Wind Waker that make it annoying to 100%. Like, not just the figurines are annoying, but also there's like a ton of little rings of light throughout the world that you have to fish up with your grappling hook, turn it into a salvage arm, and pull the treasure from the ocean. There's one of those. There's like a giant one at each island. All 49 islands in the game have a treasure that's huge and requires a treasure chart, which is another thing you have to collect. So yeah, you're like exploring dungeons in the world or whatever, and you find a treasure chart. Cool. There's a bunch of those. There's 8 Triforce charts and 41 regular, I think. Pretty sure. Because there's 49 total, and 8 of them are they're Triforce pieces for the Triforce side quest that everyone hates. I don't hate it that much. I think it's fine. But yeah, getting all the treasure charts is not that bad. But all of the Rings of Light, those are just the 49 big ones. There's also small ones throughout the map. There's like 3. There's at least 3 at each in each one of the 49 quadrants, which are 1,000 feet each, making the total map 7,000 feet. A few people say that Wind Waker did open world better than Breath of the Wild. I can't say whether that's true or not, or like I can't agree or disagree because I haven't played Breath of the Wild. One day I probably will. Just because, like, I don't know. It's a Zelda game. I'm probably going to play all the Zelda games, even like Zelda 2 at some point. Even the original, which I remember hating. That was weird. I, like, phased through the railing. But, I played the original Legend of Zelda in 2014, 2015. And I remember hating it. Like, the control, like, you can only swing your sword in front of you. It doesn't hit to the sides of you at all. It's a very small hitbox. I'm faster than a star. But yeah, it's really hard as well and very cryptic. But maybe I'll look up how you actually beat it and do that, just for fun. Just to say that I beat it. Yeah, I don't know. There's some charm to the old games that exist. Like, I'm just never a big fan of 2D Mario. I really liked Super Mario Galaxy. I think that's my favorite Mario game still. But I do kind of want to go back and revisit 2D Mario as well someday, mainly because I just was so bad at them. Like, I kind of want to go back now that I'm a fully grown adult and like actually beat these games that gave me trouble when I was a kid. Which is leads to a great segue to another game that... One of the games that gave me the most trouble when I was a kid, probably the second hardest game to complete whenever I was a child, was Yu-Gi-Oh! Eternal Duelist Soul, which I did a Let's Play and completed 100% for the first time in 2021. And I do kind of want to complete that game again. Mostly to get it out of the way, because it's the worst. It's the worst Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. But I don't know, man. You can't really like fault it. It was made in like 2000. It's the literal first Yu-Gi-Oh! Game to use the actual card game rules. The 2 Yu-Gi-Oh! Games that came before it. By the way, yeah, it's the 3rd Yu-Gi-Oh! Game ever made. But yeah, the 2 games before it had like weird rules, Forbidden Memories, and I think I don't remember what it's called. Dark Duel Stories, perhaps. I don't remember what the other game that released alongside Forbidden Memories is. But yeah, Eternal Duelist Soul, there's like 700 cards or something, but that's not the annoying part of 100%ing it, getting all the cards, because you get cards from packs. You get 5, I think, and there's like rare ones, and it's the dopamine of like trying to get cards in real life, basically, but like in a game, in game form. Whoa. But if you beat the final duelist in the game, you just unlock one of, like, he just gives you a copy of every card, like one of each. So getting the cards is actually very easy. You just have to beat everybody once. Well, not everybody once, but like you have to beat that final guy once. But that's not the annoying part is unlocking every pack. Not the best design to make every card in the game like easy as hell to get. But then the packs that drop cards are hard to get. Like you've unlocked your ore before you've got a ship to like steer with the ore. You just like, what am I gonna do with this? I have all these cards, but like, poor analogy, but like, hopefully you know what I mean. Like, dude, I don't need packs to get more cards. I have all the cards. And how you unlock a lot of the packs, you have to beat a lot, like pretty much everybody 20 times. So like, yeah. In 2021, when I did that Let's Play originally, I beat the first easiest guy. I beat him like 500 times, and I was just grinding, trying to get all the cards from all the packs, because I didn't know that you just get all of them from the final dude. Felt like an idiot whenever I did beat the final dude. Because he doesn't just give you one of everything, he gives you one of everything you don't have. So the harder you grind before you fight him, the actual, like, the more you're punished. You know? Like, I got the rarest card in the freaking game! That's awesome! Well, okay, I guess I'll just keep my copy then. He would have given you that shit for free, dude. You did not need to grind for that. Ice ability is the worst ability in Air Ride, and it's not close. Even sleep. Is there an achievement for finishing first with the ice ability? I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, Eternal Duelist, so in order to 100% it, you need to unlock every duelist, get every card, and unlock every pack. So, yeah. That's 3 things only. 700 is a lot, but like I said, you get them all for free. Alright, that's not so bad. How many duelists are there that you need to beat 20 times then? Like, beating everybody 20 times to unlock all the packs shouldn't be that bad, right? You know, honestly, you're probably right. If I did that, I probably could finish it in under like 150 videos. Which is even more like fuel to the fire. Maybe I want to actually play this game, but like, man, fuck. Do I really want to like spend my time playing a bad video game just so that I don't have to play it, like just to get it over with, because I know I want to 100% it? Or do I want to play a game that I actually like? It's weird. It's a weird situation. But I remember giving Eternal Duelist a 2 out of 10 when I played it. I thought it was shit, but like, I did spend like 300 videos just fighting the first duelist because I grinded. I grinded my ass off thinking I had to actually collect every card myself, and I wouldn't wouldn't have been given a free copy of all of them. So a lot of it was my own stupidity and like me being mad that I wasted my time. But in hindsight, maybe the game isn't that bad. I remember there being a few typos that I did not like. Like, Ishizu is called something weird. I think she's just called Ishtar, and then Yugi's grandpa, Solomon Moto, is called Truesdale, which doesn't make much sense to me. I don't... Like, the only Truesdale I know from Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, like, Cyrus and Zane from GX? How is that my fastest lap? What? I guess that early section when you're not on the wing star, like a vehicle that likes being in the air, is actually faster if you use the boost. Which is weird, because the water probably slows you down, right? Like, you'd think it'd slow you down. What's the crowd's cheering for some reason? I don't know. But yeah, that's like... How many duelists are there? There's 5 tiers, I think, of duelists. And there's 5 in each one of those tiers. Like, the first 5 is Tristan, the easiest guy. He's really bad at the game. And then Taya, Yugi, Joey, and Bakura, like the good Bakura, like regular Bakura, not evil Bakura. And then tier 2 is I think the first person on the left is My Valentine. It's either My Valentine or Mako Tsunami in the top left. Like, the order doesn't necessarily matter, I guess, but I guess to me it does matter. But it's like, I think it's Mako Tsunami, My Valentine, Rex Raptor, Weevil Underwood, and then one more. You don't get to fight Bandit Keith. Makes me sad. Oh yeah, Esperoba from Battle City. Like the psychic duelist with Jinzo. He's the first one in the top left. So it goes Esperoba, Mako Tsunami, Rex Raptor, My Valentine, Weevil Underwood. I don't know if the order's right, but that's the 5 guys in tier 2. And then tier 3 is like all the rare hunter people, like all the bad guys. It's like Arcana, Strings, Umbra and Loomis, Exodia guy. He's just called Rare Hunter. He's never named in the story, so I always call him Exodia guy. And then you get to fight Merrick, which is like one of the most disappointing duelists to fight because he has like none of the thematic cool stuff from the actual series. He's just like a guy who tries to make you discard your shit. His whole game plan is making you discard your whole hand with Delinquent Duo and like Forceful Sentry, and then he tries to make you lose by doing that, which is really disappointing. You'd think he'd want to use like the jam cards and like the Masked Beast and the shit. It's cool though. It's like Merrick's deck is like a combination of all of his minions, like the best aspects of all of his minions deck in the actual anime. In this game, it's like why he's so disappointing. I guess is because he's not. Like, it's such a like a cool final boss idea where he's just like a better version of all of his like lesser parts, like all his minions. Like he doesn't have Exodia, like Exodia guy, but he has the Masked Beast Desgardius from Umbra and Loomis's deck. They don't have it in the game. Like the Masked Beast isn't in the game, sadly. They got like Relinquished and stuff. Like the best card in the game is probably Relinquished. Because it's so good. Like, all the really OP magic cards from early Yu-Gi-Oh! Are there, like Delinquent Duo and Graceful Charity and Pot of Greed and Regeki. Like, those are all just as OP as always. Like, you can have 2 copies of Graceful Charity. That's balanced. Anyway. Yeah, and then he has, like, the jam cards that Strings has. Strings in Eternal Duelist Soul is all about like trying to discard all your shit and make you deck out with. I think the strategy is called Empty Jar in the actual game. Somebody told me that. But he tries to use Morphing Jar to make you discard your whole hand and Needleworm to discard off the top of your deck and a bunch of trap cards and Penguin Soldier and like Maneater Bug to like waste your time so that you can. He makes you discard all your shit. He actually got me once. I think in that 352 episode Let's Play, I lost twice. Once to Seto Kaiba, which we'll get to, and then Strings actually got me to deck out. I was so sad. But, yeah, that's the 3rd group of duelists. Then the 4th group is Ishizu Ishtar. Is his name... Is it Shoddy? I think it's Shoddy. I'm pretty sure it's Shoddy. And then Kaiba and Dark Merrick and not Kid Yugi, but like the Pharaoh Yugi. kind of similar to how 100 checkboxes in Kirby Air Ride is considered finishing the game, but 120 is actually completing the game. Yami Yugi, like the Pharaoh, is considered like the 100 checkboxes equivalent, and then the final tier 5 duelists are like the 120 out of 120 kind of consideration. So, Bob, you turn into a bird. That was weird. Usually I'd just see him on the Hulk Star. But anyway, yeah, the final tier 5 duelists are Pegasus, Maximilian Pegasus. There's a dual robot, Truesdale, which is it's Yugi's grandpa, and then Simon Muron is the final guy that you duel in the entire game, and if you beat him, you get all the cards. He gives you a copy of all the cards. And I don't think there's a 5th duelist. Like, I think there's only 4 in tier 5. Like I'm like 90% sure there's only those 4 duelists in tier 5. And you don't unlock anything by beating the tier 5 people 20 times. Like, it's only the tier 1 through 4 that you beat 20 times to unlock packs. So that game I remember being very annoyed with. It's also like a Game Boy Advance game, so like the graphics are not the best. Like there's no, like, once you put the card on the field, like, it doesn't actually show the picture. It's just like a blank square, and you have to hit a button to examine the card and actually see the artwork. Which, yeah, it is limitations of the hardware. You can't really fault it for that too much, but 2021 was a different time. I've gone through a lot of character development. I definitely would not give Eternal Duelist Soul a 2 out of 10 now. Like, there's probably some shitty Atari games or NES games that deserve 2 out of 10, but not Eternal Duelist Soul. Eternal Duelist Soul is probably like a 5 or 6. Like, probably a 5. Probably a 5 out of 10. It's okay. Like, Minecraft's a 6 out of 10, and I definitely would say Eternal Duelist Soul is not as good as Minecraft, for sure. I don't know. Maybe I should play Eternal Duelist Soul. Like, I haven't played a Yu-Gi-Oh game in a while. I remember on the channel 2021, I also played Forbidden Memories. I have no plans to Let's Play Forbidden Memories again, at least right now. I'm definitely gonna play it in the future, just not right now. Not right now. Probably a few more years before I feel like playing that again on YouTube. But Eternal Duelist Soul, maybe. I want to try some other handheld Yu-Gi-Oh games, like Stairway to the Destined Duel, or like Nightmare Commodore, whatever the hell it's called. I know the GX Academy game is supposedly really good. I also really want to beat Spirit Caller for the DS, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Spirit Caller, because I remember that game being... I played it when I was a kid, but I never finished it. You're gonna notice a pattern with that. A lot of games that are like that. Spyro 2 was originally one of those games. I never 100%ed it. I got really close when I was a kid, but I never 100% completed it. There were gems that I couldn't find, and a few orbs that I didn't get. Spyro 2, to 100% it, all you have to do is get all 64 orbs and all 10,000 gems, which are tracked in each level, so it's easy to see like whether you missed any. And I think that was my first favorite game. Like, it's easy to be like, when you played one video game and you're like 3 years old, like, this is the best thing ever! Like, I love Ocarina of Time, that's my favorite game. I haven't only ever played Ocarina of Time, so it's like, you can't say it's your favorite game ever, it's the best game of all time when you've only played one video game. Like, only by process of elimination can you be like, okay, I guess it's the best. Like, on my tier list of games that I've played, because I played one game. Like, by the time I played Spyro 2, I probably played like 10 or 15 video games. And, like, 2000, 2001 when I played it for the first time. And I think that's like the first time I was like, yeah, this is my favorite game. I love Spyro. He's my favorite Spyro. He's like my favorite video game character. Does that hold up now? I don't really know, honestly. I don't know. Like, what's my favorite video game character? No clue. What's my favorite video game of all time? Terraria. Which is 8.5 out of 10, I would say. Like, maybe 9. Like, if I'm in a good mood, 9 or 9.25 or like something like that. But most of the time it's 8.5. Explorers of Sky is the best game I've ever played. I don't know if it's my favorite, like... Because it's one of those games that is a story that's so good once you've experienced it, you're pissed off, because you'll never be able to, like, experience it again. Like, if they ever invent the ability to erase memories, or like the, you know, like the gun from Men in Black, erase people's minds. Specifically, I would like to play this game again for the first time. Ew. Explorers of the Sky is one of those games that's just so good that you really should play it blind, and then once you've experienced it, you're like, damn, I wish I could have that happen again. That was some of the most dopamine, some of the most enjoyment I've ever had. And I'll never get it back. Truly sad. Spyro 2 is another one of those. Not because of an amazing story or anything, it's kind of a basic story, if anything, but the game is actually just so fun, and I think it's probably the most nostalgia I have for any game is Spyro 2. I played that last month, 100%, for the first time, and I can definitely see why I had a lot of trouble when I was a kid. In fact, I'm very impressed that I did as well as I did, because I was able to go in Dragon Shores, which meant I got 8,000 out of 10,000 gems, and 55 out of 64 orbs as a child, which is, wow, nice job, me. That's really, really something. But, yeah, I could play that game, like, I could let's play that game, but, like, I just played it. So sure, I would be very knowledgeable about what you do, but maybe it's best to wait until, like, at least a year or something, so that I, have some time to, you know, like, play other things, not get burned out, do it, like, playing it twice in such close succession with each other. And then there's the case of Ocarina of Time, which the last time I played that, well, I played the 3D version earlier this year as well. It was in, like, probably May or April. I played Master Quest for the first time, and then before that I had... I've 100%ed it in 2017, 18, and 19, once each in, like, January of all three of those years. And then that was just the 3DS version. The original I 100% completed in 2020 on stream. And earlier that same year I had a failed attempt at Let's Playing it that made it to, like, the Fire Temple or something, like part 47 or something like that. So that is technically a failed Let's Play there, even though I did complete it later that year. It was on stream. It wasn't a Let's Play. It was just on stream, which doesn't count. So, yeah. There's a few reasons to play Ocarina of Time, but it kind of falls... It has the same problem that Spyro 2 has, right? Kind of played it recently. Like, it's one of the best Zelda games. It's the first Zelda game I played, the first video game I ever played, and it's also a game that I tried to Let's Play and I didn't, and then so that has, like, the Eternal Duelist Soul effect, kind of, where I'm like, dang, dude, I completed this game a bunch of times, but I don't have a Let's Play of it, and I tried to Let's Play it, and I failed the Let's Play. Like, I didn't see it through to the end. That makes me want to complete it. Eternal Duelist Soul, I completed it, but the Let's Play doesn't exist anymore, so that makes me want to complete it. Like, all the Let's Plays that I did in the past that I either completed or didn't, I have similar motivations for wanting to do both of those. Like, I want to complete games that I Let's Played for two different reasons. Like, either because I completed it and the videos no longer exist, or I didn't complete it and it's like a failure to complete that game that I want to rectify. Like Minecraft, I did like a bunch of attempts to Let's Play that. Like, I mentioned twice at least, but there's a third time that I tried to do it. I tried to make a Minecraft-specific channel, like, that was inspired from Sky Does Minecraft. I forget when I did that, but it was probably like 2013 or 14, where I was just like, I want to have a Minecraft channel that's successful too. But, yeah. There was one failed attempt in 2012 to Let's Play Minecraft. And then another failed attempt in 2013. And then another failed attempt in 2017. So Minecraft has 3 failed Let's Plays, which, yeah, I can see why that's where I started, like, the channel off, by Let's Playing that, because that is one of the games that I wanted to finish those Let's Plays that I didn't finish. 3 attempts. I only remember 2 of them, but yeah, the 2017 attempt kind of stung. The 2017 attempt was like, I actually got pretty far into that one. It was like part 50 or something. That was around when they made it so you could swim in water in Minecraft. The other attempts were not very close. I think the one in 2013 was like less than 10 videos, and the attempt in Let's Play Minecraft in 2012 was like 10 or 12 or something. So yeah, probably not going to do Ocarina of Time, like, for the similar reasons that I'm not going to do Spyro 2. Eternal Duelist Soul is like weirdly high on that list of things that I want to Let's Play for whatever reason. Like, I just feel like playing it. Like, sure, it's a very old Yu-Gi-Oh game, but like the benefit of that is there's a lot of OP cards that you can use. And like, sure, that makes the game less competitive, but it's not like this is a multiplayer game. It's a single-player game. Like, less competitive integrity is good, actually, when you're playing by yourself, because it lets you have more fun, in my opinion. But I'll still play the newer Yu-Gi-Oh games, too, that have, like, ban lists. Like, that's fine. I'll still have some fun playing those games, I'm sure. But, yeah, I don't know. The thing is, like, I really want to play Mystery Dungeon again, but there's 2 things that make me not want to play Sky. Even though I really want to play Sky, there's 2 things that stop me from, like, being like, fuck it, we're playing Sky. Like, the first thing is, I really would want to finish Blue Rescue Team before I did Explorers of Sky. I'm not playing Time Darkness, like, it's just the same game as Sky, but worse. There's the version exclusive Pokemon there's some that are in Time but not in Darkness, and there's some in Darkness but not in Time, and then both of them are in Sky. Like, there's no Spindusbar in Darkness and Time. There's no Sky Peak or Shaman. There's no Destiny Tower. Like, I ain't doing that shit, dude. I refuse to play the same game but worse. Which is why whenever I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, I'm playing Mod 13, because the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, not only, also Drop 15. Mod 13 plus Drop 15 is the only... Mod 13 plus Drop 15, yeah, I said that right. It's the only way to play the game, in my opinion. Like, if you want to play the original, like, good fucking luck. It takes you forever to get all the cards, and then they're not all obtainable, so there's no reason to play the original Forbidden Memories. Like, you were supposed to buy this, like, other thing to get all the cards. It's stupid. They should all just be obtainable. You shouldn't have to buy, like, bullshit. It's like HD Twilight Princess, in order to get all of the items in that game, you need amiibo for. Like, get the fuck out of here! I ain't playing that dog shit. It's like that's terrible. And I think the original Forbidden Memories is like a 6 out of 10 game. It's pretty fun, even though it's like old. It's even older than Eternal Dualisol, and I think it's a better game. But it's still, with 15 cards dropping instead of 1, saves you so much time. With Mod 13 making all the cards actually like obtainable, without having to have like purchase a third-party device that is only released in Japan. Awesome. I think it's like an 8 out of 10 game, at least. It also makes a few people harder, which is, I think, makes sense. They never fixed Martis being easy, but the High Mountain Mage spamming Meteor Black Dragon makes a lot of sense. Like, Capura spams a lot of Gate Guardian. Why wouldn't this guy spam the best dragon, like, for this tier of difficulty? Like, yeah, it's annoying to get past, but it makes sense. And then you need to get Meteor Black Dragon from a different source, because in the original game you get it from Meadow Mage, Low Meadow Mage, which doesn't make any sense why he would drop that. So you actually have to fight. You have to figure out new strategies, because in the original you just get Meteor Black Dragon and then kill everybody with it, but like in Mod 13 you actually have to work hard to get it. And Mountain Mage, High Mountain Mage Atenza, instead of having just like an occasional Black Skull Dragon, he has Meteor Black Dragon basically every time. And then even if you get extremely lucky, then he has Black Skull Dragon every time. Not just sometimes, but all the time. Like, 1 in 100 duels you'll get an easy mode, but like, that's very rare that that'll ever happen. Dude is stacked to the brim with OP dragons. And since you can't get them yourself from Low Mountain Mage, or Low Meadow Mage, the way that you used to, you need to come up with new strategies, which makes it like more, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's very enjoyable. Like, it actually takes strategy to beat people. There's a lot of mods for Forbidden Memories. Maybe I'll check out some of those someday. I know there's like a Naruto one that looks pretty cool. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, the two things that make me not consider, like, a little hesitant to just be like, yeah, man, I'm gonna play Explorers of the Sky, is I kind of want to do Blue Rescue Team first. Like, if I ever do Super Smash Bros. Melee, I'm probably going to do 64 first, just because that's another game from my childhood that I never completed, and it's a lot easier to complete. There's a lot less characters, a lot less things to do. While Melee, there's a ton to do, and a lot of things that are very grindy to do, as we mentioned in the previous video. But like, yeah, I do kind of want to do Blue Rescue Team first. That's a little bit easier to get rid of, though. It's the second thing that makes me like very hesitant, is that there is so much to do in Explorers of Sky. It makes it kind of like a Minecraft kind of situation. Because like earlier when I was complaining about the two things that Sky doesn't do, like, oh man, there's only 1,000 spaces to store items? Like, that should immediately set off red flags for you. Like, 1,000 items. And that kind of contradicts my earlier statement. Like, poor babies. The babies. Yeah, like, I don't want to play multiple games at once that are, like, huge games, you know? Like, you're already playing Minecraft, 1,400 plus items, and a bunch of mobs you need to find and kill and collect, and then, like, a bunch of achievements, some of which are ridiculous, like, how did we get here? Like, you can't play Minecraft, which is a huge game, and another huge game. You just said you weren't going to do that, right? Like, I know. That's, like, the main reason why I don't want to play Sky, maybe, is that it's probably one of those huge games. But, like, maybe even though it's a huge game, I should play it anyway alongside Minecraft, just because I love it that much, and it's just that good. Like, in order to beat Sky, okay, like, in order to beat Sky, what do we need to do? We need to collect all 486 Pokemon, which have varying difficulties to recruit. Looking at you, Kecleon, 1 in, like, I don't remember what it is. I think it's like a 1 in 500 chance of recruiting Kecleon. I don't know. I've never recruited Kecleon in any Mystery Dungeon game, so that's like one of the hardest. He's like the hardest character to recruit in the entire franchise in every game that he's in. For reasons that will become apparent when I play those games. But anywho, yeah, 486 Pokemon that you need to like have join your team. In Blue Rescue Team, it's even worse, because some of them are impossible to get, and the only way you can get them is by getting the lower stage of that Pokemon and evolving them, which makes the Blue Rescue Team extremely grindy if you want to actually complete it. And then Chansey is only found in Purity Tower, like the 70th floor or some shit. Ugh, yeah. So recruiting Pokemon is annoying. It takes forever, and there's a lot of them. And legendary Pokemon, you need to have a mystery part or a secret slab in order for them to show up, and then they only show up on one floor, and there's one of them, and if you don't recruit that one copy of them, you have to restart that dungeon and go back to that floor and find them again, and try again. Some places like Spatial Rift have multiple legendary Pokemon that you can try for. Like, I think they have both Latios and Latias in Spatial Rift. But they did a major improvement over Darkness in Time, is they like didn't really have a place to put all the legendaries because there just were so many, so they stuck some in the dojo, in the final maze of the dojo. But like in Sky, there's actual full dungeons for a few of them, like Articuno and Mew has one. Like, I don't even know if it's possible to get Mew in Time Darkness. I have no idea where Mew is. I have no clue. I don't have the strategy guide, like the Prima strategy guide, and I've never looked it up, so I have no idea where some Pokemon in Time Darkness even are, so that would also make playing those games again kind of an issue. Like, yeah. Can't really do that. So I have to do a bunch of research with... And we all know I'm not doing that. Too much work. But, like... Yeah... That's a lot of Pokemon. 486, and... Some of them require Mystery Part of the Secret Slab, and then they only appear in the post-game, and there's one of them per dungeon. You have to retry the dungeon over and over again. If they don't want to join your team, like, you have to be very persuasive and try over and over again. Defeat them over and over again and hope that they join your team. Yeah, that sounds annoying, doesn't it? Well, that's only one piece of the puzzle. There's also, like, 800 items that are not the exclusive ones you get from chests, at least, that, like, do stat bonuses, or, like, absorb types that would usually be weak for certain Pokemon. Like, every Pokemon, all 486, have, like, a special item for them that you can find in a chest. And if you have it in your bag while you're playing as that Pokemon, it gives you, like, a stat up or, like, a passive effect. They're pretty cool. They're also very rare. So, if you wanted to get all of them, even if you could carry all of them, because the stupid storage only holds 1,000 things and there's 1,400 items, it would take forever to grind for that, because the chests are... Also, yeah, why is my webcam in the way? It's because I was playing Minecraft. I was playing Minecraft, and like the webcam goes in a different place in that game. Like, it makes more sense to have the webcam in the bottom right when you play Minecraft. Forgot about that, sorry. So, the last video had a camera in front of the speed dial the whole time. Unfortunate. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of items. There's like a lot of TMs, there's like some rare legendary shit like the golden spike that you need to find. But like, yeah. So there's like 800 items, 486 Pokemon that you need to recruit to your team. Alright. That's pretty bad, but that's still like less than Minecraft, right? A lot less items, almost half as many items. 486 is a lot of things, but like, come on, that's still not as bad as Minecraft, right? You can play that alongside Minecraft. You also need to defeat every single dungeon. You need to clear every dungeon for me to consider it a 100% playthrough. Like, if you haven't beaten Destiny Tower, then you haven't 100% of the game. And Destiny Tower is the most difficult dungeon in the entire game. How many dungeons are there? Over 100. There's a shitload. There's a bunch that are really hard. The two hardest dungeons in Explorers of Sky are Zero Isle South and Destiny Tower, which are basically the same thing. Destiny Tower is just slightly harder South Zero Isle. Why are both so hard? They lower all of your levels to 1. You can't bring any items in, and you have to go in by yourself. So no one's able to help you. All of your experience that you've collected throughout your entire journey doesn't mean Jack Patusi. can't cheat with any items. Can't use reviver seeds or like TMs. So you're alone with nothing at level 1. It's the ultimate test for the ultimate exploration team. If you can beat that, then you're the ultimate explorer. You've mastered the game. And I've never even tried. I was a child and I went to Wish Cave and I was like, oh, I'm level 1? That's stupid. I went to the 20th floor, rescued Metacham, and fucked off. Those dungeons are all hellish. I didn't do any of them. Purity Tower? Nope. What's the forest called? Oh, it's Joyous Tower, and the forest is called Purity Forest. I'm getting them mixed up. Yeah. So the tower is Purity Forest and Joyous Tower. Those are both level 1 dungeons where you enter at level 1, and they're 99 floors, the max amount of floors that could be. Wish Cave is also 99 floors, with a boss at the end. Actually, no. Jirachi is not a boss in Blue Rescue Team. He's only a fightable boss in Sky. How do you get Celebi? I have no idea. These are the kind of problems we would need to solve if we played that game. But yeah, beating all of the dungeons, especially like Destiny Tower and South Zero Isle, like ugh. I hate the level 1 dungeons. I've never beaten them for a reason. They're not fun. They're miserable. A lot of RNG is needed, especially in the ones where you can't carry items in. Because like you're gonna starve to death trying to do these dungeons. Because the actual gameplay of Mystery Dungeon, the good ones at least, have a belly meter where you have to find food to eat, or your character starves and faints from hunger. You can't bring any items in. You have to just like hope you find apples on the floor. And it's like you're not gonna. The level of the enemies in those dungeons outpaces your actual, like, the level of your Pokemon. You don't level up fast enough to actually fight the Pokemon, so by the last part of the dungeon, you're just trying to find the next floor while avoiding fights as much as possible. Seems like that's the meta. That's what speedrunners do, at least. And you just have to be really lucky. Like, not just with items, like so you don't starve to death, but also Pokemon spawns so that you don't just get murdered by something that's 20 levels higher than you. And then every Pokemon levels up differently. Like, they learn different moves and they level up at different speeds and they get different stats. So like, some Pokemon will start with 4 moves, and each one of those moves can only be used a certain amount of time. So yeah, that's another thing that's RNG. Like, will I run out of moves and be completely screwed in South Zero Isle? Like, I'm just, by the 40th floor, I have no moves left. So whenever you run out of moves in Pokemon, you start using a move called Struggle because you have no moves left, and it damages you. So you're also, you could faint by doing that. And if you ever faint, your HP reaches 0. Unless you have a Reviver Seed, which revives you, you lose and have to retry the dungeon. So yeah, that's fucking miserable. That's so miserable. Can you believe how miserable that is? Yeah, that's why I haven't messed around with those dungeons. They're really not enjoyable. And Destiny Tower is even worse than South Zero Isle for one reason. There's traps on the floor in both of the dungeons, but they're more frequent in Destiny Tower. And another thing, there's a new trap that appears only in Destiny Tower and some of the other endgame dungeons that are meant to be ridiculous. It's called a Grudge Trap. If you step on it, it spawns a bunch of Pokemon all around you. It basically surrounds you with Pokemon, and all of them have the Grudge status. So if whatever move you use last is set to 0 if you beat that Pokemon with that Grudge status. So it's just, you ever step on that, you're fucked, basically. Unless you can run away, or you have a ton of max elixirs to restore your power points in your moves. It's just so much RNG, and in Destiny Tower there's another thing that can just RNG fuck you. So some of these dungeons are ridiculously hard. There's like 100 dungeons, which some of them aren't so bad, but most of them aren't as bad as South Zero Isle or Destiny Tower. Ugh. It's funny that the tornado effect is like way longer on you when you're on a ship. If you just jump into the tornado enemy as Kirby, it's like less damaging. Like the ship that Kirby is riding on is less durable than he is. It's like the inverse of real life. Like, usually when you're driving a car, it's like, oh, the car is more durable than I am. Pretty funny how indestructible Kirby is. But, yeah. I don't know. It's up in the air. Right now I'm kind of deciding on two things. Maybe I do kind of want to play Spyro 2. I am such a wishy-washy, back-and-forth bitch. I like the explosion. It's cool. That enemy nukes the entire screen if it dies in 2D Kirby games. I didn't even think about that. Do I want to play a Kirby game like Squeak Squad, maybe? Or like Amazing Mirror? Amazing Mirror is a game that has a lot of chests in it. There's like 100. And it's an open-world game that's really like complicated, and I have never 100%ed it, but I've done 2 playthroughs that both were 99%, and the one chest that I was missing in both of like the 2 save files, I got in the other. So like, I kind of 100%ed it. I got it kind of. Oh man, almost reaching an hour here, and we're only at 64. Yeah, this gets kind of ridiculous, doesn't it? That's why these 99 lap races are not for the faint of heart. They are not. I would do them occasionally as a kid. I remember I did a Magma Flows 99 lap a few times. It's pretty enjoyable. That's the only one I remember vividly, though. I don't remember any of the other ones that I did. I think I did a Celestial Valley. I don't remember if I did it on every single course when I was a kid. My memories of that and the 2020 playthrough are kind of like bleeding together. Gotta spin so that I can get through him because he's so heavy and large. It's gonna block the whole pathway. Yeah. Gotta hit the A button correctly when going around that turn so you don't hit the wall, similar to how Checker Knights works. That one spot with the spinny wheels where it's like impossible to make the turn without going in the slowing area. Yeah, Kirby games are fun. I did a Let's Play of Return to Dreamland in 2021, and that was a lot of fun. I remember having a lot of frustrations when I played it, which is surprising, because whenever I played it in 2012 when it came out, I loved it. I thought it was the best Kirby game, and then I played it again in 2021, and I was like, this game is annoying. So maybe that, I mean, the only thing stopping me from playing Return to Dreamland again, other than the fact that I don't really, like, I haven't really, I'm still kind of burned out from playing it so recently. Like, I know it's been 3 years, but I don't know. I don't feel like playing it again, but also I'm kind of scared, like, because I don't have a Wii, I don't know how to emulate Wii games, and I'm, like, kind of terrified to learn how to. I'm sure it's not that bad, and I'm gonna have to do it anyway because I want to. Whenever I play Brawl, I'm not using the original hardware for sure. I'm emulating that because I want to use the action replay in Brawl. Because it's kind of similar to how our Kirby Air Ride Let's Play went. I want to, once we 100% complete the game, I want to play around with action replay in basically every game that we complete. Like, probably not going to do that in Minecraft, but I don't know, maybe. Maybe I'll decide to. Who knows? But, yeah. Spyro 2, there's some really fun action replay codes where you can fly around the map infinitely and, like, become invulnerable, and anything that touches you explodes. And you have these crazy fireballs that you can shoot that one-shot everything and, like, have no cooldown, so you can just fire them, like, every frame as fast as you can tap the button. You can also change whatever color... You can change Spyro to be whatever color you want. There's some fun codes. I messed around with those a bunch after I 100%ed the game. I don't know, dude. I don't know what to do. Explorers of the Sky could be fun, I guess. Like, that's probably the one that I'm leaning towards the most, because now that I've kind of, like, negotiated with myself, the two issues are both, like, not a problem. Because, like, Blue Rescue Team is frustrating and grindy to 100%, and sure, it's a massive game with a lot to do, and Zero Isle South and Destiny Tower are going to be a pain in the ass, but at the same time, I also love the game dearly, so even if it's more annoying to play and beat than Minecraft is, I love the game so much more than Minecraft. Like, Minecraft is an okay game that I'm kind of nostalgic for. Explorers of Sky is a game that I genuinely love, and I've done challenge runs recently and playthroughs of, even to this day. Minecraft, I've only ever messed around with creative mode since the old days when I actually played survival. So I feel like, even if there's a lot to do in Sky, I feel like it wouldn't be a bad choice. So that's going to be number 1 on our list of games that I'm probably going to play after this. But there's still a bunch of time left in this video where I'm going to be doing this the rest of the 99 laps in Celestial Valley, and all the other stages too. So there's still plenty of other time to think about what I want to do. So Eternal Duelist Soul would be fun too, I think. Like, a lot of my frustrations were with the game were like, sure, that's not translated the best, but you can't really say that hardware limitations make it a shit game, can you? Yeah, I guess you can, but like, what they didn't have a choice. So like, you can't blame them, you can't fault them for it. You can say it made the game worse. Like, this game is factually worse than if it was released on PC and you could actually see the cards. You know? Like, yeah, not being able to see the pictures of the cards and them being like blank squares, empty voids. I can see why that annoyed you, but like, they didn't have a choice. Like, they were able with the PlayStation 1 to have actual pictures on the cards. Even that, they have, sometimes they're blank. Sometimes. So like, even on PlayStation 1, they didn't have the hardware to do that. Like, you're gonna say, they should have made it so that you could see actual graphics on the Game Boy Advance. That's impossible. Yeah. You sure as hell ain't solving the problem anytime soon, so shut up, basically. Like, it's a waste of time to complain about it. But it is a legitimate criticism for the game not being as good as it could be. Like, yeah, the game would be better if it was released on newer hardware and more time was put into its translation. It would make more sense if you could actually like unlock all the cards before you get, or like after you get all the packs. Like, get all the packs first. That makes more sense. Like, the final thing in your 100% playthrough should probably not be the thing that is completely worthless because you already have all the cards. Like, cool, I have a Battleox pack now. I don't even care what's inside it because this guy gave me every card that exists. But that's cool, I guess. I have it 100%. Yeah, Eternal Duelist Soul. Yeah. Maybe I'll play 100. Maybe I'll 100% Eternal Duelist Soul and play that game again. I don't know. I'm so fast because of how far Alex is in front of me. I'm not used to the bird controlling like this. I need some breakfast, man. It's 10, almost 11 a.m. I'm starving. I need some breakfast. Almost done though. So are those the only two candidates that I kind of want to play? Like, I don't really feel like playing Super Mario 64 or Ocarina of Time, even though like they were the second and first game I ever played respectively. Like, because Ocarina of Time was the first game I ever played. I just 100%ed it too many times. Super Mario 64 is an enigma because I've never 100%ed it, and it's a game from my childhood. It's like the second game I ever played. So you'd think that I would have more, like, you know, like some attachment, maybe. I'd have more motivation for wanting to 100% it, but I strangely don't have that much desire to play it. I don't know why. I tried to start streaming it in 2020. It's like around the same time that I had the failed Ocarina of Time Let's Play, and around the time that I streamed the 100% playthrough of the original Nintendo 64 Ocarina of Time. I also did a stream where I tried to do Super Mario 64, and I did one stream and didn't feel like playing it anymore. Like, just not in the mood for 3D Mario right now, I guess. I just recently did a playthrough of Super Mario Sunshine 100%, and the blue coins are annoying as hell in that game. They're so annoying. I tried to do a Let's Play of Super Mario Sunshine in 2015, I think, and yeah, that didn't really work out too well. I did one session and then just never felt like playing it again. Getting some lag. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I don't really know. I don't really feel like playing 3D Mario right now. So probably not playing Mario. Kind of similar with Kirby. Get out of the way, dude. There's a localized blizzard in the middle of the road. Call the cops. So I don't know. Maybe the problem, like the dilemma, has been solved, and I'm only in the second 99 lap race of this Let's Play. Like, how many stages are there left? Just a bunch. There's like 5 or 6, so we're gonna be here for all day probably today, just finishing up all these laps. And I'm not gonna force myself. If I don't feel like doing it today, I'll do it another day. But like, at the same time, whatever game I decide to Let's Play, I'm not touching it until this Let's Play is done. So it's kind of the same reason that I didn't finish this Let's Play back in 2020, is I didn't want to do 99 lap checker nights. Because that would take like over 2 hours just to do that one thing, probably. These 99 lap races are quite long. Quite long to do. Blue Rescue Team could be fun too. It's just like getting all of the different Pokemon in that game is a lot more miserable than Sky for a few reasons. The legendary Pokemon are a lot harder to recruit. All the unobtainable Pokemon that you have to evolve, like grind up to the level requirement that it takes to evolve all of the different third stage Pokemon in the entirety of Gen 3, like that would take a millennia. That would take a fucking 1,000 million billion years. And yeah, there are a lot of level 1 dungeons in fucking Blue Rescue Team, dude. Like there's 3 or 4 in Sky, I think. Like, I think it's like East, Zero Out East, West, and South are all level 1 dungeons, but East and West are only 40 floors, I think. So those are a lot easier to do. I still never tried. But like, Blue Rescue Team, there's like there's a bunch in Blue Rescue Team, and all of them are 99 floors. And it's so annoying. I think it is only 4 in both games, but like 2 of them are only 40 floors in Sky, which helps a lot. I got like a mega super warp star here. Like, thanks to Alex being so far in front of me, I'm going like 30 miles per hour. Which is, I like the golf clap the audience did. Nice and quaint. But yeah, man. Wish Cave, Purity Forest, Joyous Tower. I guess there's only 3 level 1s in Blue. All of them are 99 though, like fuck off. Joyous Tower is like, you need to go to Joyous Tower a bunch too, because there's a lot of Pokemon that you're only able to recruit there. Looking at you, Chansey, 70th floor. In a level 1 dungeon, like... Picture of the dude, like the middle-aged man staring at the camera like this. It's like me, having to recruit Chansey. Although I have never done it before. It would be miserable, but it'd be very rewarding. I could do Smash Brothers 64. Another one that I was thinking about is Star Fox Assault. That would only be 10 videos. The game is so short. Unless I wanted to get all the Namco, or like the Bandai Namco's like flags, the gold flags, but I don't know where the fuck they are, and I had to look it up, and at that point, who cares? Maybe I care, you know? It does kind of sound like fun trying to beat Assault without like getting hit very much, or like getting a lot of combos on enemies, and then finding all of the different flags. Like, I was like thinking before I actually thought about it, like, oh, if I look up where the locations of all the flags are, then it's gonna kind of take away from it, and I won't. What's the point of doing it? It won't feel rewarding because I looked up where all of them are. But, like, and then I thought about it. You know, that would be pretty cool. Like actually seeing like a save file that's 100%ed. It's interesting that Star Fox Assault is such a good like multiplayer, and it was actually built originally to be multiplayer exclusive, but they tacked on an actual game and story to it, which I think is pretty cool. It's a game that I definitely would want to play with friends if I ever had any. But like, I mean, I have friends, but they're not really gamers. I almost had the thing happen that happened in like part 47 to my second player on the Compact Star. I almost fell down the hole. Broke my ankles a bunch of times and then fell down the hole. I would have cried. 48-second lap on Celestial Valley with the Warp Star is mental. I wonder how fast the Wing Star would have been. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many options, and it doesn't seem like I'm making much progress by talking about it, which is unfortunate. I mean, here's what we're doing, dude. If I can't decide, we're just doing Sky. We're just doing Sky if I can't decide by the end of this, which that'll be fun. I'm not very good at pretending, like, in story-based games, like, when I'm Let's Playing them, like, oh, I wonder what happens. I've done so many playthroughs. I think I've played through it like 5 times, and each playthrough is like several hundred hours. I probably have around 1,000 hours in Sky, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't, and it's like 800 or 580 or something, but like... Because I'm sure not all of those playthroughs were hundreds of hours, but like... Pretty much all of them were at least 100. I think 2 of those playthroughs were over 300. So what would that be, like 300 plus 200 plus 300? Yeah, like 800. Around 800. Probably. About 800. Sounds right. But like... Yeah. So it's like hard to... Oh, I wonder what happens. Whoa. Wow, that's mysterious. Wonder who that is. Oh, this guy is so evil. Oh my god. I don't know how to react to that, dude. I don't know how to like pretend like I'm playing it for the first time. But it's like, you can't be like, for people who watch it and never experienced it before, and their first experience of this like media or this game is through you playing it. There's like a certain amount of respect that you need to have for that kind of viewer. Like, that's how I experience a lot of the games, because I don't really play new games these days. I just watch other people play them. So like, if they were spoiling the whole game and being like, yeah, this is what happens, yeah, I wouldn't watch. 2, fuck that guy. Like, spoilers, really? People who spoil things are scum. So like, yeah, don't do that. Definitely do not do that. Why am I like, I'm so slow? Am I catching up to Alex? I feel like I'm catching up to Alex. I wonder if the timer is going to get to 99.59 on any of these. I'm going pretty quick here, like... I think Celestial Valley, I'm not going to do it. Like, 16 laps left, and all of them are under a minute. I'm going to be like 89 minutes. Yeah. Checker Knight's definitely. That's going to be 2.5 hours, the longest track in the whole game. Nebula Belt, I wonder how that's going to go. I've never done that. I've never done a 99-lap Nebula Belt before. If I did as a kid, I don't remember doing it, like, at all. Like, if that happened, I mean, could have fooled me. I don't remember it. Thank you for not, like... It made the noise of breaking my ankles, but it didn't give me any of the actual downsides. Thank you, crowd. Thank you. Thank you for the golf claps. Why do I hear Alex? Is he like... Oh, he's right there. I'm about to catch up to Alex. He's like falling asleep at the wheel or something. Like, how am I catching up to him? He is so fast off of any boost. Dude, just seeing his like little CPU arrow on the map, like move, or like not the map, but the screen, move around, is very, it's so fast. Just like zips from one side of the screen to the other. Yeah, I'm like so slow. My acceleration is like, I'm like a normal warp star right now. And all my times right now are like 56, 57. Because I'm like the normal warp star, not like souped up super warp star. I wonder what the Dragoon on Celestial Valley would be like. There is a cheat code that lets you select whatever ship you want. That'd be funny. If I like, whenever I'm done doing all the 99 lap races and I have nothing else to do in Kirby Air Ride and like I conclude the series and go play another game, in the next playthrough, I give myself full permission to use any cheat codes like on any future playthroughs. Like, I have nothing to prove. I've already, this playthrough right here is my proof of excellence in the racing turbo field. So if I ever want to like do a fresh playthrough where I get all of the achievements in Air Ride, but I'm only allowed to use the Dragoon, that sounds like a fun challenge. It'd be like, it's a broken ship, but I would, it'd be like, I'd have to learn how to use it. You know what I mean? Like, an S-tier character is, if played by a noob who has no idea how to play it, like, is going to perform worse than even a mid-tier character, you know? So, like, it'd be fun to learn how to navigate each course with a Dragoon. Especially since most of the times when you have the Dragoon, it's so ridiculously broken from all the stat ups you have, like... Having a base one would actually be kind of fun. It's such a beautiful star, and such a satisfying star to ride, too, so, like, that'd be fun. I guess Alex looked in his rear view and was like, is that a casual I see? Nah. And then he started, like, he popped a caffeine pill and was like, alright, fuck sleep. I have to show this noob what it's all about. Fair enough, man. I'm just here to look at the scenery and talk to my pals. My imaginary friends. Been sleeping weird lately. Even Bob's better at hitting boosts than me. But I still win because he's riding the slowest vehicle in the game, set to 1 handicap. I'm a little sore because I actually kind of slept well last night. I don't know if it's sleep apnea or stress or what. I think it's stress. But like, sometimes I just don't heal, because all of the healing that your body does, the vast majority of it at least, it occurs while you're sleeping. So when you sleep poorly, you're going to be your body's not going to be healing as well. And whenever I do, so a lot of the times I sleep pretty poorly. So whenever I do sleep well, I do notice that I am very sore after I sleep well, because like a lot of my body is finally able to heal after a long time of just constantly being a tense muscle all the time. Which I guess it's a realization I made in my life kind of recently, is a big reason for a lot of my failings in life is it's because I'm not really in charge of my actions or my life. I'm not like, obviously I'm in charge of my actions, but like I'm not really taking charge of my life. I'm reactive. I'm not proactive. I'm not doing things, I'm reacting to things. Because I'm so traumatized from my past neglect that I'm like in survival mode. I'm not trying to like eke out, I'm not trying to thrive. I'm not trying to do the maximum that I can do. I'm doing the bare minimum always, because I'm always like, I'm in survival mode always. I'm in fight or flight. Every moment that I'm awake, I'm in fight or flight, and which sucks for a lot of reasons. It's like that manifests in very poor sleep, pretty shitty having diarrhea all the time from stress too. Pun not intended. I've been eating healthier though, which has helped a lot with that. Eating healthy is very important. I watched a documentary on it a few months ago. And it's like really determines a lot. Like the beneficial bacteria in your stomach can like gain certain passive abilities for you depending on what you eat. And what you like the bacteria that you cultivate can determine how well that you can like burn fat, for example. And yeah, like they took bacteria from a depressed person and gave it to a happy person, and the happy person got depressed. And they took the bacteria from the happy person and gave it to the depressed person, and the depressed person was actually able to make headway in improving their mental health. So it's like some people actually need fecal transplant. So like they get a pill with somebody else's shit in it. Like in extreme cases, you need new like beneficial bacteria so that you can actually make big important changes in your life. I don't know if I'm one of those people. I think I'm just like, maybe I am. I don't know. I don't speak to professionals. I speak to a camera by myself. So like, I just think it's interesting that like, depending on what you eat, you can change a lot more than you think you could. You could change. Feels good though. Like, it's really shitty being tired all the time. Because I'm basically tired all the time, dude. I'm just exhausted every waking moment, basically. Right now, I'm a little tired, but like, I don't know. For somebody who actually like had a normal upbringing and is not just constantly terrified and traumatized, like, I wonder how my level of tired right now feels to them. Maybe it's like maybe I'm really tired and I don't know it. Like, my pain tolerance from being in pain for so long is probably just like so advanced that I don't even know when I'm in pain, which is weird. I'm definitely not healthy. I am hungry. Whenever I'm like really hungry, I notice that I burp a lot. I start burping. Like my body enters starvation mode, I guess. Give me the explosion. Yeah. I'm such like a guy. Such a man. Actual story and plot relevance? Nah. Fight scenes and explosions. Michael Bay, let's go! Like Samurai Jack, I love Samurai Jack. Mostly because of the awesome fight scenes and action. You make things explode in front of me, I'm gonna be happy. I mean, I enjoy a good character development, like, story, but, like, something like Majora's Mask is gonna bore the fuck out of me. Like, I never completed Majora's Mask. I only ever beat the first 2 dungeons, couldn't find Epona, and then gave up. I'll probably play through that at some point again, too. Like, do a Let's Play of every Zelda game, every Mario game, probably. And fuck it, while we're at it, every Kirby game. Like, I like Kirby. Kirby games are pretty easy. But at the same time, like, I ain't making this a job. Like, if I don't feel like playing a game, I'm gonna probably stop playing it. But there's a certain level where you need to respect burnout, and there's another level where you need to buckle down and foster and cultivate discipline within yourself. Like, it's gonna feel like shit if I quit this. I should not quit this. Like, but I'm not having fun. I should take a break. Not like the thing I used to do where like, oh, I'm burnt out. Let's just tell everyone I'm quitting this forever. And then whenever you feel like doing it again, you feel like a lying loser. A piece of garbage. When you do stop being burned out and want to play that thing again or do that thing again. Yeah, so I might take more breaks. Some healthy breaks. I'm still trying to improve myself as a person every day. It's harder though, like, as you get all the easy self work, like, is self work the word? Like how it's described? I don't know. Like, as I continue to improve myself, I'm getting all of the easy stuff done, and I'm being left with all of this super annoying, like, really deep trauma that you need to, like, in order to beat that shit, you need to deal with it every single day and constantly, like, be conscious of what you're doing and how you're behaving. And that is just annoying. Like, I just personally, I don't have the strength to do that right now. I personally cannot pay attention to myself and what I do and, like, take notes on how I acted in a certain situation, be like, that isn't me. That isn't what I want, how I want to be. I'm gonna, like, take note of that and, like, consciously feel that happened and feel the pain and awkwardness of that, like, that happening, so that I can, next time that happens, be conscious of it happening while it's happening. And, maybe I can't stop it this time, but maybe the next 4 times where it happens, one of those times I'll be able to be conscious as it's happening, and I can stop it halfway. And then, like, 10 times after that, I'll be able to, like, as I can see that it's about to happen, and I can stop it before it even starts happening. You know? Like, that's the kind of shit you need to do. Like, the hard self-work when you're just so abused that you lash out at people, or, like, people with anger issues, or, people like me who, I'd say I have, anger issues on some level still. But it's like negativity manifests that I personally don't like. That's like a trait that I don't like about myself. And I think I've improved a lot at that. And maybe I can get even better in the future. And then once I, like, maybe I have literally everything done, like 118 out of 120 checkboxes, and the only 2 things left are just like this super rough darkness inside myself that is, like, really hard to deal with, then it'll be easier to deal with. Because, like, right now I'm at like 114 or 12 or something out of 120, and there's like a few other things that are, like, intermediate, that are, like, annoying to deal with, but they're not life ending. Like, I can deal with them. Negativity is just really not something I want to be portraying all the time, constantly. Because, like, I don't know, dude, not just when I interact with people online, but in my life, I'd like to, I'd like to be a beacon of positivity. Without, like, being unhealthy about it, obviously. I'd like to just be a pleasant person to be around, not necessarily somebody that helps everyone and tries to solve all their problems for them. Although it is fun to help people, you shouldn't have to solve all their problems for them. And if you see the same person with reoccurring, like, they're trying to, like, get you to do things for them reoccurringly, like, maybe that's not good, and maybe you should distance yourself from that person, or, like, talk to them about it. Like, you should not let yourself be used by the other people around you. You should be conscious of people that are vampires, and they're only there to take away from you. Because, kind of similar to your stomach, your mind is kind of like, your mental health is kind of predispositioned based on the people you're around and the media you consume. And, like, if you watch nothing but garbage, your mind's gonna rot. And if you have nothing but assholes around you, you're probably gonna be an asshole yourself. Probably. Or even if it doesn't make you an asshole, it's gonna negatively affect you in some other way. So it's like, you gotta eat the right foods, watch the right things. Wow, Alex is so fast. And just recognize the assholes in your life. And that's kind of one of the things that's been rough for me, is, like, realizing that I'm the asshole, and that assholes in my life are actually just trying to help me by telling me the truth all the time. Because they actually care about me, and they don't care what I think about them, or, like, how mad I get. They know that it's something I need to hear. And it's, like, so rough, because my conscious thinking brain is like, they're right. They're right. But my subconscious is like, fuck this guy. I don't want to hear that. That's probably going to be one of the last things that I ever have to remove from my psyche. Because it's just so hard to live in Truthsville when everything's on fire. When you could live in Fantasyland where you're okay with the fires because they aren't hurting you right this second. But, like, maybe they're killing you slowly. Maybe the fires are cooking you to death slowly. But for now, I'm going to cut that conversation off. Been an hour and 30 minutes. 99 laps Celestial Valley has been done. Beautiful stage. Second best looking stage, I will say. Beanstalk Park being my favorite. Yeah, there's 9 stages, so there's going to be 9 of these videos doing 99 laps. Next, we're doing Sky Sands. But I'm going to go have some breakfast. Have a great day. See you next time.